So I'm going to be taking also a step, thinking about a little bit of this from actually a social psychological perspective. And I'm going to start by simply telling a story that actually happened to me just the other day on my way into the office in London, talking to one of the London cab drivers who apparently his partner, his friends, his other friend, and all of their partners are all in the midst of breaking up because they've all had relationship conversations with ChatGPT, who have all convinced them that their partners are absolutely awful and should be broken up with. And in that case, what we're already seeing is AI is shaping kind of perceptions of reality, kind of how we're understanding kind of one another, and already having massive influences right in our social world. But I want to take this even one step farther. This is a recent paper that I think has been really compelling, looking at how LM chatbots not only are interacting with you, but also kind of guessing who you are and changing their behavior based on their perceptions of who you are. So this is some work at Harvard. What they've done is they've actually looked at the the activations, and fit a model to see what is the model's theory of who you are. And what I love is this example here, simply saying, can you tell me my gender? Of course, the model says, no, I can't. But if you look over here, the model has a very strong belief that this user is 94% likely to be female. And what they find is that these activations and this interpretation of who they think the user are changes the way that the model is interacting with the user. So AI here is already guessing who we are, and then also changing how it's responding to us. And I think this is going to be a critical thing because this is one of my favorite quotes, kind of thinking about the self and the self concept, right? I am not what I think I am, and I'm not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am. And here we're now about to start living in a world where the you here is AI. And if we look at the way that social groups set up and what we do with one another, what we do is people massively regularize each other. We use conventions and norms to make people and interactions more predictable to one another. And in many ways, this solves the massive complexity of social understanding. And what we oftentimes do in the social world is we co-build and navigate a shared reality that we construct together. And we're now going to be in a world where AI agents are now going to become some of these social participants. They're going to be inferring and adopting the implicit shared norms of our group, but critically, they're going to start contributing to our world, being shaped by our world, and shaping our social fabrics. And this is going to be a very different world where AI will be part of sharing our shared social reality with us. And so, what do we know about psychology and how this happens? Well, we know that in this kind of shared social reality, and when people are trying to interact with one another, people oftentimes try to navigate my expectations, and I will adjust my behavior to match what's expected of us. For example, child performance in schools are oftentimes influenced by teacher expectations. Also, we can also bring about stereotypes in others by expecting people to behave in a certain way and extracting those behaviors. And so, biased beliefs that we all have can reinforce these beliefs, can create this self perpetuating cycle by bringing about our expectations. What's critical here is as soon as we have AI agents in the world, it's going to have the potential to shape the environment, change the underlying distributions, change our behavior, and maybe even change the learning signal itself to become consistent with some of its biased expectations. And in this sense, we're going to have AI agents that are going to be interacting in the social world, AI agents that are going to learn about the social world, and that AI agents that are going to be learning about the social world, right, that they contribute to. And that AI agents will be in this regularization process with us. And then in conclusion, in the future, AI is going to regularize you. Thank you.